Alright. Let me just make sure everything's working. Okay, what? Are you kidding me? Hold on. Wait 2 minutes. 2 minutes exactly, because I just got 5 notifications saying that it dropped frames 5 times. I'm gonna wait until I hear that notification, because I swear to God, it should not be happening. I already have enough problems with the fucking internet connection. I do not need this happening again. Oh, you motherfucker. Two minutes?
Hello, everybody. I'm Drunken Tongue.
What's up, man?
I made a return to the internet, and I faked being trans to get to Asa this entire time. And it looks like I scared Gizmo off.
How you doing, man?
I'm alright. I just got some work done. Oh yeah, I've got some. I guess I can. I guess I can point it out now because the fake you queue has been pretty high lately. I don't know if you saw the article I posted on Miscellaneous News, but boy, do I have some bad news to share.
Fake you?
Fake you. It's an AI voice site. You know, like 15 AI.
Oh, right.
I got some really, really bad news to tell you.
What?
A lot of anime dub voices are going to be purged from the site.
Pussies. Who are they gonna remove?
It's not who they removed, it's who they already removed.
Like I said, pussies. Well, who are they?
Well, let's see. First, let's see. Goku's no longer on there.
Of course.
Sean Schemmel came out. Sean Schemmel was one of the few to come out and say, "We need you. I want you to take this down."
How much of a fucking ego you got?
Now, Judah Konzo and myself were really not that surprised by this, and I don't know if you saw on Judah Konzo's server, someone else said, not surprising, Sean Schemmel is an asshole. Like,
he is.
Even disregarding the whole Vic Mignogna thing, like even if Vic never existed, Sean Schemmel would still be an asshole because he was a huge asshole to Kirby Morrow, one of the Ocean dub voices for Goku. You know, before Kirby Morrow passed away.
I heard he was an asshole to him, but I don't know. But what did he say though?
You're not Goku. I'm Goku.
Wow. You don't hear Kevin Conroy doing that.
Kirby Morrow talked about it, and I'm not going to expect Kirby Morrow to lie about something like that.
Yeah, you don't hear
Kevin. Knowing Sean Schemmel's reputation.
You don't hear this kind of shit with Kevin Conroy.
No.
Like, holy fuck, man. You're not Goku, I'm Goku. This sounds like the same shit that we heard from Bayonetta. Like, remember, like, how remember how like the original Bayonetta actress got fired and quit? We thought that she got fired, and then like this new actress comes out. Then we find out that
it was a pay dispute.
Yeah, it was a pay dispute. Then she makes this video trying to explain it all, and then at the end she says, "I am Bayonetta." I'm like, what kind of aluminum balls do you have in those titties to act like you're the only voice? Like, seriously, like, there are people on there are people on the fucking YouTube that make voice impressions of everybody. There are people on Twitter who do the same thing. She's gotta be like, oh, I'm the only one. You fucking kidding me, whore? Dude.
Yeah.
There are people on Twitter that make better.
Who else requested a takedown?
What bullshit.
Dan Green came out and said that, like the news article states that Dan Green came out in opposing voice cloning.
Why?
Dan Green, voice of Yami.
But why? Look, I still hate the fact that people don't want their voices cloned for any reason. Like, it makes sense as to why, like, they wouldn't want it cloned for, like... Because someone might, like, trick another saying, oh, he actually said this, and it's disgusting.
They might say the N-word.
Yeah, or like, oh, look, he actually talked to me about it, and people are gonna, and they're gonna have to constantly correct them, but... Other than that, I don't see any other reason.
Were character voices, but even so, let's see. I guess Eric Stewart spoke out too because his kind of voice is gone. Eric Stewart doesn't surprise me because Eric Stewart has come out and said that he does not like he doesn't do abridged stuff, so I can imagine that he doesn't want his voice.
Right, but then you have guys like Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel outright shit-talking about Team 4-Star stuff.
Vegeta's gone too.
Vegeta, like Chris Sabat, or we're talking Team 4-Star?
Yes, Chris Sabat, dude.
Well, there's like 2 Vegetas I know.
Oh fuck! I think. Hold on. I think Brian Drummond's Vegeta's gone too. I think because I was told that a lot of people now know this because I was told a lot of people now know this. So what I'm saying isn't private information, but and apparently the queue was filled up earlier. The fake queue for usage. What? Fuck. What was I gonna try to? Oh yeah. The queue was filled up because they knew the voices were going to be taken down. And it looks like there's been a new guideline put in place for fake you, as far as I heard. Don't quote me on that. No more anime voices.
What?
No more anime dub voices.
That's bullshit.
I mean, Yami Bakura's still on there, so I guess Ted Lewis hasn't said anything yet, but who knows how long that's gonna be. I knew it. The sad thing is, I knew it was going to be a matter of time before voice actors came. Oh yeah. Apparently, Frieza's current voice had to be removed. Even audio with Chris Ayres mixed in because Chris Ayres and Daman Mills' voices were mixed together to create Frieza's fake you voice. And Daman Mills was also one of the few people to request the takedown.
Why are so many of these dub actors and actresses asking to get their voice taken down? Like, holy shit. It's gonna be obvious it's not them if they're gonna be saying certain swear words, phrases, and maybe even like racist words and phrases. But holy shit, you don't
know,
need
dude.
to ask for these to be removed.
I just don't know, but yeah, like I know like some of the voice actors who primarily work in anime have already said not to clone their voices. Like,
fuck them.
Ben Diskin, I know him as #1 from Kids Next Door. I don't. Apparently, he does a lot of anime, but I know him as #1. Like, I had to tell my friend, fun fact, #1's voice can never be cloned, and I was asked, Ben Diskin not on board?
It's pussy, man.
Yeah,
Like, look, I get you don't...
Yana has not come out yet and said anything. And I think I know why. Because Vic Mignogna has I think Broly's voice is still on there. I haven't checked. I wouldn't expect Vic Mignogna to say anything.
Yeah, why would he? Why would he?
I wouldn't, because like, I wouldn't expect Vic Mignogna to request a takedown, because it's like, as we've talked about Gizmo, I remember what you said, that you think that Vic has pretty much accepted the fact that he's never going to voice Broly ever again.
Right.
Yeah, when we were talking about the how there was a picture of Broly twerking on in Vic Mignogna's booth.
Right.
And you were saying, I think he's accepted the fact that he's never going to voice Broly again. But let me go on the website real quick. I'm gonna go check and see if Broly's voice is still on there. If it's not, that's really gonna shock me, because let's see. Okay. Well, wait, why am I looking up Vic Mignogna? I'm looking up Broly. Broly. Yes, Broly is still on there. And it's Vegito 1089's model, so you know it's the Vic Mignogna one. Yeah, so... Yeah, because Vegito 1089, he does make some damn good models. But prior to being a voice model creator for Fake You, I don't know if you've ever seen any of Vegito 1089's videos, but he used to do, like, fan-made versus battles, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Vegeta, Majin Piccolo versus Vegeta, Perfect Cell versus Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, Dabura versus Broly, GT Goku versus Golden Frieza. And let's see, what else did he make? Batman versus Sub-Zero. And, he's also made power level videos, which you may or may not have seen. A lot of people have seen them. But yeah, expect to see a lot of anime voices get purged, dude.
Look, despite the reasons I said before, I don't see any reason why you would just leave well enough alone. Like, you know, the only people that are gonna make stuff with their voice are either trolls or legit content creators that try to make something funny.
Yeah, and
Like, sometimes you don't know imitators. Sometimes you'll have to go for, like, the AI stuff. And sometimes it's funny. Especially with
now, here's one thing you may not... Now, here's one thing that you might not understand at first. There's another repertoire of voices that they're not allowed to do. Troll voices, like...
Well, like,
Wings of Redemption's voice can't be cloned. Liquid Chris's voice can't be cloned.
Really?
Who else?
What are these odd rules they're placing with with the people that can put in or not?
They don't want to encourage bullying, is the reason.
Encourage bullying? It happens anyway.
Yeah, I mean it does. I guess that's why Kiwi Farms posted this new rule. Please clarify that you are posting AI. I guess Kiwi Farms wants to encourage platforms like Fake You and UberDuck to be able to put in voices like Wings or Liquid Chris or whatever.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can make guns illegal, right? But
yeah,
that doesn't mean it's going to stop people from shooting each other. You can make murder illegal. That doesn't stop people from actually murdering others. Sure, it'll probably lessen it. It might get some people to rethink. But you're not going to stop murder altogether. Just like this. They can't accept...
I'm guessing they don't want to get sued.
Don't want to get sued.
You know, like, for using their likeness or something.
Yeah, but they do realize there are imitators out there for a reason. Like...
Well, yeah, they do allow, like, imitate... Oh yeah, that's actually that's the thing. Goku's and Vegeta's voices may have to be put back on Fake You with imitators. Like they have to do imitators. Yeah, I was talking like about a month ago about how I was really bummed that Patrick Seitz has said that cloning his voice, that he doesn't want his voice cloned, and I was told that's when you get imitators.
And that's better? It's like, oh, I'm gonna take my gun off the market. Oh well, alright, other people will try and copy it then. Alright, no more Nesquik. Okay, other people will try to imitate it then. No more Power Rangers. Alright, well, there's a reason why there's a Dollar Tree. We'll just get some knockoffs there.
Oh, God.
You know, you see what I mean? It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop people.
I got a buddy who's like strongly part of the Fake You community. I should probably ask him about that shit. I'm just glad we still have Shrek on Fake You, like, and we have an actual good voice model for Shrek too.
Somebody once told me the world.
Yeah, Vegito 1089 also created a better Shrek voice model, and it is pretty good. It's actually the voice model I used to get him to say, "I am a slob. I'm a 31-year-old virgin with depression, anxiety, and PTSD who lives with his mother. And I don't work." Except Shrek is actually not playing. I'm not really a snowflake either. There's a Mario fake you impersonator, but not because Charles Martinet said no,
Martinet.
but because Charles Martinet does not have enough audio
Martinet.
to have a good to have a model created like just him. Like, there are only so many lines Charles Martinet says as Mario.
Martinet.
So you have to have an impersonator fill in the blanks. You know, fill in more lines. Now see, that's different. The more audio a character has, the better the voice model will sound.
Right.
If a character's voice model only has like 5 minutes, it's not going to sound very good. Minute World in the chat yet?
No, it's pretty late, so he's probably either sleeping or he's lurking.
Yeah, it's 11:58 here, man. He'll probably be on there. He is like, hey guys. He'll probably be like, hey dudes, I couldn't sleep.
Right now, I'm losing sleep over my fucking stream setup.
Like, really?
Yeah, so... what is that shit? So over the reason why I wasn't able to stream for a few days was because my Wi-Fi, my download speed was off. Like, it would be either straight up below...
About that.
What?
I said I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it would sometimes be straight up below 1.1, or it'll be only like 20%. 20,
I thought you were about to tell me it was always straight up baloney.
That's another way to put it, but yeah, it would be either below 0.90, like, you know, not like in the high rank, not like the high numbers, or it would be somewhere around 0 or 20 miles per hour or 20 mph or whatever the hell you want to measure the speed of.
Yeah.
Usually I'm able to stream if it's like 40, 50, and that's when I get decent speeds. But no, all I was getting was either 0. Whatever number, outright 0, or I'm getting 20%. Right now, I'm getting like what, over 100, like 90, 80, and that's fast. That's fucking fast. But for some reason, now I'm getting alerts on Streamlabs for literally every 2 minutes saying that I'm losing, that my frames are dropping. I don't know why. It shouldn't be doing this, because the speed test says that it's over 100. So my yeah, I just got another one.
What happened?
I just got another notification saying my frames dropped. Like, hold on.
What internet service do you have again?
Xfinity.
Oh, you have Comcast, just like that. That's what we have in Tennessee.
I'm sharing it.
I mean, like, it's either, like, for some of us here in Tennessee, it's either stupid mouse. It's either Xfinity or nothing. I couldn't even get AT&T Uverse at the apartment I was in. And I couldn't get Verizon Fios, I couldn't get TDS. That acronym has not aged well because now it stands for Trump Duranium. Which is what Pink Girl has.
Obviously. Trump this, Trump that, I blame Trump, I blame Trump. Okay, I blame Obama then. Oh, that's racist. Fuck all you.
I think DZ was talking about how Obama made race relations worse.
Yeah.
One night.
I wouldn't say I would blame everything on Obama, but I can see why he would say that, because...
I mean, Obama was definitely better than Bush, but...
Well, not by much, considering he still did drone strikes and shit. Sure, he legalized gay marriage, but... what else he do, man? Think about it like this, too. Think about it like this, too. If I were to say people are only voting for Obama because he's black, that's racist. But guess why people voted for him? Mostly. Because he would be the first
really
black
voted for him because he's black. I don't have to guess. I know because... because it's true. Like even some of my classmates from back in my senior year of high school, they were like, I wanted Obama to win over McCain, but I really hated the fact that people only voted for him because he was black.
That's exactly why the majority voted for him. And there might be like,
yeah.
the majority actually voted because no, shut up. A lot of people were very vocal about this, that they voted for Obama, or they wanted him to win just so he could be the first black president. That's like me saying
how a lot of people wanted Hillary Clinton to win just so she could be the first female president.
Yeah, I was about to say that. A lot of people actually wanted Hillary Clinton to win, not because of her policies or her political standing. They only wanted her to win so she could be the first female president. First off, she's a bad pick. A lot worse than Trump. Holy shit. You wanted to go wage war against Russia.
Was, and, I'd say that's how Trump won, but let's face the facts. Voting hasn't mattered voting has not actually mattered in a decade.
I wouldn't say that. It's not that... voting matters no matter how you slice it. It's just there's always something going on, whether it be a conspiracy theory of people getting killed off, or ballots getting robbed. It matters. There's a reason why they ask you to begin with, and there's a reason why they even let you question it. They'll even let you second guess why should anyone vote. It practically means that they want you to vote just so they can see who the people want. But it's not about if it matters, if the vote matters or not. It's the fact. What matters to me is that you. How do I put it? It's the fact that you have a candidate in mind for any reason. If you want Hillary to win, vote for her. But if you don't think the vote's going to matter, you should at least give it some thought and wonder, do I really want her to become president? Whether that's a good thing or bad thing for her to be the president or for you to vote or not. Because at least you're given the choice to vote for someone. Now, in places like China or North Korea, was it, with Kim Jong-un? Yeah, votes don't really matter over there because there's always conspiracy going on behind the scenes. China's all up in everyone's ass, all because, how dare you say something about politicians. And Korea, fuck life, fuck your living situation, right?
Yeah, but there's no way that Joe Biden got more votes than Obama ever did.
I'm sure, but again, there's always something going on behind the scenes that doesn't really And it doesn't
if
really
voting
mean...
really mattered, Joe Biden would not be in office right now.
It matters. I always say that voting matters because if they're asking you to vote to begin with, that means they really want the people to choose. And so they won't have to... So they won't be the ones that have to decide who's in power. You know, that's like asking a terrorist to choose who's the worst terrorist. You know, that's like having the king choose the next king. You know, it's kind of unfair. That's why they let the people decide. You know, whether that goes, whether the people that are, whether it's the right president or not, the people voted. You know, they decided. Now, whatever happens behind the scenes, like I said, stolen ballots, machines that don't work, whether it be intentionally or not, it's not the people's fault, and it's certainly not the people that let the people vote's fault either. It's usually people who are working behind the scenes that are at fault. Like, let's be clear, if they're saying, hey, vote for this guy, vote for that guy, or just vote for whoever you want and who you think is best, are they really saying don't vote, it doesn't matter? Now, the guys who just don't say jack shit, or are very, very behind the scenes, or you know, they're very anal about having their president being chosen, you know, that's more reasonable. You know, because the ballots that were supposed to vote for Bernie, that means Bernie would have won. Bernie Sanders, he would have won the entire election. Granted, he's said some stupid shit like, oh, well, Fidel Castro, he did a good job here and there. Well, he's not congratulating the man entirely. He's just saying that doing certain things were good. It was still stupid to say. That's like me bringing up Adolf Hitler being friendly to dogs. Okay, yeah, everyone knows that, but is it really a good thing to bring up? If anything, I think it's still your choice to vote or not. No one's stopping you from voting. No one's stopping you from not voting. I'm certainly not going to force you to vote. If anything, you should still be paranoid. Maybe not paranoid. You should still be overly cautious. I mean, you certainly don't think that voting matters anymore. I mean, you have good reasons to think that. Just like how I think there's still reasons to think that voting does matter. But it really does.
He'd probably love this conversation.
What's that?
I said I wish Asa would get the call. He would love this conversation.
Shit.
He could probably provide some good arguments.
I'm sure, yeah.
Probably better ones than either of us.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, you have the right
He has said that if voting could change anything, it would be illegal.
Well, that wouldn't be fair, though. That wouldn't be fair for either side. Because, like, let's say there happens to be a very good candidate that will keep his promises, that is not a hypocrite, and while, yeah, has some skeletons in his closet, it's not really a skeleton that anybody minds. Like, let's say there's a candidate like that. But now there's a candidate that nobody likes, nobody wants, and the only reason he's running is because not only does he have the same amount of money, but he happens to be related to the last president. And now he became president. Is that really fair? No, because we didn't get a say in it. Like, you know, who the fuck is this guy to run the country? It's pretty much like getting the spoiled brat son of a king to rule the country. not the son who risked his life to protect the kingdom. Finally, it's a little, what's that word? It's, I can see why people might see it as, what is that word? Gullible. Or too optimistic, but that's just how I feel. I feel that way because a country that's built on mistakes is usually the one that's the most honest. Because the United States has already acknowledged all the mistakes that we've done. You know, like Vietnam, people have already acknowledged very shitty war for both sides, especially for the government on our side for thinking that, you know, it was worth the war. Or the war in Afghanistan when Bush ruled. He was trying to look for weapons of mass
WMD.
Yeah, and he found nothing. And now because of that, people are still trying to say that it's because of him interfering that we have the Taliban and all these other terrorists and all these extremists. And now we can admit to those mistakes, and when we do that, we learn from those mistakes, whether it be intentional or not. And with stuff like ballots being stolen and people forced to vote for someone else, I feel like stuff like that, it's a mistake as well, but I feel like we can still learn from it because now we're learning how to be more careful on who to trust, and we're learning to be more careful on who to vote for. That's me. I know it sounds a little too hopeful, a little too gullible, but, you know, this is the guy that was raised on. This is the guy who looks up to Superman, not Batman, more than Batman. You know. So that's what, you know. That's why I believe in that truth, justice, and the American way can outright prevail in the end. So yeah.
Why do third-party candidates always get left out of debates?
I think that reason is pretty obvious.
They get left out of mainstream debates. Like, here's another reason why I don't think voting matters. We're always forced to pick a side, and both sides have been for years completely ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. The reason why I think third-party candidates usually get the shitty end of the stick is because the two other ones make the biggest stink. You know, it's like these two are making crispy chicken sandwiches and a juicy cheeseburger, while the third-party guy is outright just trying to get you a modest grilled cheese. One guy is shouting, "Hey, my burger's juicy. It's got tomato, lettuce, ketchup, mustard, all the works." The other guy is saying, "Hey, we got a crispy chicken sandwich. It's got 51 herbs and spices. It's got a brioche bun. It's got the greatest secret sauce you ever have." They're paying attention to them because they're the loudest. While you got the guy in the middle that really wants to make a difference and believes what he's fighting for is worth it, he's not really that loud. "Oh, hey, how you doing, man? I got right here a grilled cheese sandwich. It's made with 4 different kinds of cheeses, and I made this bread myself. And get this, I toasted this over a campfire, just to you know, give you a nice warm feeling of home." Who's gonna pay attention to that? It's always my burger or it's my chicken sandwich. No one's gonna really pay attention to the grilled cheese. That's the middle guy, because the other guys are too loud. They're always the ones making a kerfuffle. And it's always the ones that are the most simplest to pick. You know, we know Trump because he's on the right. We know Hillary because she's on the left. Trump wants to get rid of political.
We also know Trump because he's a TV personality.
Right, but mostly at that time it was because he was on the right, and people were concentrating more of because he was on the right. You know, like they already knew he was a TV personality. I think people didn't really care about that anymore, considering Schwarzenegger was part of the California government. But what I'm saying is, it's usually the guys on the left and the guys on the right that have the most money, the loudest voices, and the most supporters. The guy in the and those guys are usually the more easier guys to pick because they talk more about their policies, and it's a lot simpler to pick left or right. Well, you got the guy in the middle. It's like, I don't know much about this guy. His policies, they're a little understandable. I get it, but I don't know. While you got guys on left and right, it's like the right is like ban violence. The left is, while the other guy is like ban weapons. It's like, okay, yeah, it's easier to understand. While the guy in the middle is sort of like trying to, you know, put things in perspective, you know, and try to tell you both sides of the argument and why he thinks he's better choice. It's like, yeah, some people get confused by that. Like right now, if I were to tell you, get the chicken sandwich or get the cheeseburger, you immediately know what I'm talking about. Get the burger or the chicken. Now, if I told you, get the chicken sandwich, the cheeseburger, or get the get the grilled four cheese frittata with a few homegrown herbs and a campfire grilled bread, you know, it's not as simple now because not only has simplicity been thrown out the window, now the guy's making it more complicated by trying to make the sandwich a little more classy. I'm trying my best way to explain this, but I don't know. Without sounding like an idiot. It's just, I know I'm not the best guy when it comes to talking about politics because I don't study that shit. But when I hear about it and I try to listen to both sides about it, you know, there is a thought that comes through my mind sometimes.
Yes.
I don't think Kevin studies politics either. It's hard not to focus on. It's hard not to be focused on not to pay attention or talk about politics these days, though, especially when right now it's affecting our lives. This
right.
Inflation bullshit that's going on that Joe Biden is causing more of because he wants to send billions of dollars to Ukraine.
I can understand why he'd want to, considering Ukraine is still getting attacked by Russia, but
yeah, but he
it's
doesn't
not the
give
right.
a fuck about. He doesn't give a fuck about the people in this country, though.
Yeah, it's really not the right time to do it, but he doesn't care.
Well, that's probably not even his decision because the guy has dementia.
Debatable, but
not calling the shots on anything.
Debatable, but understandable. If anything, I would have to agree that he might have some sort of mental kind of thing going on.
I think it's mostly his right-hand bitch, Kamala Harris, who doesn't even like him. Like not even half a year, like not even 6 months before she got picked to be his running mate, she outright called him a rapist.
Fucking idiot. Now you're saying that.
Well, like that's like That's
You as in
like
her.
me owning a business, right? Like me owning a burger business and somebody telling and some bitch telling people, "Oh, I poisoned my burgers," and then I am just like, "Hey, come aboard! You're hired. Be my assistant manager.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Be my co-owner." Even though you said I poisoned people with my burgers.
That's pretty much what she's doing.
Huh?
That's pretty much what she's doing.
Yeah, well, shit. I don't know. Hopefully in 2024 we won't have Biden in office anymore. I mean, if we still have him in office, it'll prove even more that Asa and I were right that voting doesn't matter if Biden is still in office. If he's not, then it'll prove you right.
If it proves me right, I'll eat my hat.
Do it?
If it proves me right, I'll eat my hat.
It's a Jimmy Neutron joke.
It's a common thing. It's a common saying.
I know, but that's where I first heard it from. Hey, Neutron! If you make this home run, I'll eat my hat!
I remember that. He starts eating it like a damn candy bar.
Yeah, because of how... well, what was it Jimmy did? He used, like, automatic engineered bats.
Yeah, apparently they're supposed to swing at the exact time that it makes a home run.
They're automated. Yeah, they're automated. It's like those combat bots in WoW.
Right.
One of which I actually helped make.
Oh, nice. That's pretty awesome.
It's called PQR. I used it on. I've actually been using it on Warming, but I don't use it like too often. I try to use it without being too obvious because, well, shit. If you're like too obvious, if you like interrupt spell casting from other players instantly, especially in PvP, then you know people get suspicious.
Apparently Lizard Guy gets like 5 viewers.
I'm sorry?
You know Lizard Guy?
Yeah, yes, I remember who Lizard Guy is. He's the guy who called Rockaway the Hard.
Yeah, the N-word, dumbass. Apparently he gets 5 viewers. He gets like 5 viewers.
Oh. I wonder if one of them's super cartoonist.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
By the way, while I rewatched that A-Log stream, you were mentioned in the A-Log stream.
A-Log had a
how
stream?
You were trying to get into the call, and David didn't seem to have a problem with you there.
A-Log? I don't remember an A-Log stream. Oh, that stream!
No, the stream where he claimed that he slept with Colombian.
Yeah, that one.
My mind is shot!
Well, I tried to get into the call, but for some reason the mic wasn't working.
Bro, I can tell you everything. Like, I'm a fucking fat bird myself. And I can tell you everything that happened over a decade ago when I was at that Chinese massage place. And there's really not much to say. The massage was going on, my heart was beating. After I flipped over, the masseuse lady noticed it, and she was motioning and she was like asking me, like, she couldn't outright say. She like had to point at my jump so that she wouldn't get in trouble.
Makes sense.
It was like a recording stick. And, you know, I had to nod my head, and she was like, you tipped $40, and all the rest is history. See, there you go. I don't have to say, oh, my mind is shot.
No, but Elon's a
I don't
dumbass.
have
That's
to do that. I see. There you go. I just told you the whole fucking story.
the difference is though. The Elon's a dumbass. You know, he's like, my mind has been shot as I have finally gained erectile functionality in my oh so great regions. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm like, dude, I know you're bullshit. Like, I knew he was bullshitting in that stream too, and I knew this because I've done that at some point. Because that's how I was bullshit before.
It's like, okay, great, you lost your virginity. That's actually something to applaud for, but you really gotta say it like that, bro? I mean, like, it sounds like you're bullshitting now.
Yeah. Asa and fucking, what was it, Tyler Knox and JK Tim laughing at him was what made the call bearable.
Dude, I did my share of, like, sexual acts, man, but at least I'd say I outright did it. Like,
were you the one who said I
sucked a titty, what did this guy do? Yeah, I was the one who said that. Because I did. I sucked a full-grown woman's titty, and this guy can't even prove that he spent, what, 5 cents on a hooker? Like he was, like, out of that rap song. I'm gonna... $20 in my pocket.
Oh yeah, the reason I said $100 earlier in the chat was because that was the total cost I paid. $60 for the massage, $40 tip.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or to grab on my tip.
Like massage included, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, no, the $40 was not massage included.
Okay.
I mean, if the whole thing was like $40, then I probably would have gotten something plus.
I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have to spend $20.
Yeah.
There's a thing called big dick energy. Usually it doesn't mean big dick. Usually it just means you have the social skills.
Well, I mean, I got a girlfriend, so I don't even have to hit up prostitutes anymore.
Yeah, you're right. They hit you up instead.
and boy does my girlfriend hit me up. Holy shit.
If the hookers
even fucking 9 years later, she'll, you know.
If the hookers are going to you, then you've done something right, or you got something that they want.
Well, I mean, like, it's true. It is true what they say. Girls want it just as much as guys do. I can tell you this for a fact. I'm pretty sure Asa can probably tell you this for a fact.
Right.
In fact, I think Asa has done it before, like 5 years ago on a stream. He said, I have sex with my wife on a quasi-daily basis. My wife wishes we could have it more.
I mean, it's your wife. She's gonna want to bang more than just once a day. That pretty much means you got the technique. And you got that dude. You got that sound of that dude.
Squeeze me back, stuff my face with your baloney.
You sound like Rom. I'm gonna call you out. Get the fuck back on YouTube. You whore. You big-dicked, red-headed, balding man whore. I challenge you. I don't know what I'm going to be challenging you to, but I challenge you. You think this is funny? You think this is funny?
RFA Log still works at Walmart.
He's probably got some good deals.
I know he lives in California because he confirmed that he did. He said, not everyone in California is a hardcore SJW liberal.
Dude, I've worked at a gas station for too long to tell you, yes, they are.
Yeah. Wait, did Clay Claymore actually tell you, oh, are you gonna do something about that porn addiction, Gizmo?
Yep.
Did he really say that to you? Because
he did.
I didn't see it. Huh?
The moment I asked, why don't you just get a microphone? He says, why don't you do something about that porn addiction? That's when I say, you know, that's just you deflecting, man. How about you get your cheap ass a microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just me. What's that word?
I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look for that comment later.
Paraphrasing.
You
That's
know,
me just paraphrasing.
Assuming that he didn't delete it, because Clay Claymore, just like Invisible Crane, does delete.
He's a pussy.
I mean, he deleted the tweet where he said that all anime watchers are rapists, and he deleted it because he realized that he played himself. Because he follows Funimation, and he's retweeted anime watchers such as Underdog BT, another SJW dumbass.
BT Underdog or True Underdog?
Oh shit, I should probably add this spell to my hotbar. There we go. Bam! Yeah, I hate that stealth has such a long-ass cooldown. Okay, well, stealth doesn't have a long cooldown, but still.
Yes.
I wish Claymore would just shut the fuck up already, or at least get a mic so he can at least talk.
I have a theory. Clay Claymore and Invisible Crane are the same person. I mean, think of it this way, they're both SJWs, they both delete everything. They're both hypocrites. They both only go for who they think are easy targets, even though I guess Asa wasn't an easy target. But he still tried to go after Asa and failed and realized that he failed, so he deleted the comment. I'm talking about Invisible Crane,
Right.
Of course, not Clay Clayman, although I do think they're the same person.
No, one's a dumbass and one's a jackass.
Well, why do you think... Well, think of it this way. Why do you think Claymore never uses his voice?
Because he's a coward.
I gotta wait for an enemy to respawn, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for that tweet now. Let me see. 10 years ago. Would be cool if you... Okay, that's not you. No. A-Log, for fuck's sake, nothing revolves around... Okay, this one was about A-Log. Oops. Sure, dude, call me an SJW. That's the only thing A-Log was right about. Claymore being SJW. I mean, shit, I wouldn't call him that if he didn't think Vic Mignogna was guilty. But since you're one of those listen and believe assholes play Claymore, then yes, I do have to call you an SJW. A-Log called him an SJW, though, for a different reason. Alright, pause this stopwatch. My unfortunately saw him retweet more. No, that's not about you. No. Mexicans are cool. I don't understand why an alarmingly number of them are into child porn.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Or you could just, you know, get a mic, or you could just, I don't know, seek Jesus to Yelp with your porn addiction. Keep deflecting, man. At this point, there's no excuse to not buy a mic. This isn't 2009 anymore. Text-to-speech isn't used to make serious vids anymore. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that one. But yeah, like, he still never responded to you.
Yep, that's... What does that tell you?
Yeah, he didn't respond to your response, so, like, he wants to throw stones and then he backs away.
Yep.
There was even one of his, I don't know if I should say supporters, I don't even know if he follows Claymore, but he has agreed with some of his tweets. There was even one guy, Kakavangrik, the same guy who called him out for blocking Asa, you know, saying that it was a weak-ass move. He called out Claymore for living in glass houses. And when the Cowboy Bebop live-action show got canceled, he even made fun of Claymore by letting out this really sarcastic remark by saying, "What? But it was so good, and so beloved by everyone."
Which it obviously wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, Claymore praising that show, you know, calling everybody incels because that's all he can think to say. Yeah, that's gonna make me think that he's an SJW. He hasn't the only comment of mine he has ever responded to at all was not even a negative one at him. It was just something about Mr. Enter, like, Claymore was asking if there was actually any more news about the cartoon show Mr. Enter was making. And one person responded, I don't remember what the response was, but I responded to the responder saying, my guess is Mr. Enter just gave up on it at this point. And then Claymore actually responded to me and one other person saying, seems that way, I haven't heard anything these past few years. That's all he responded to me, was a response at what I think happened to Mr. Enter. Cartoon. That's it.
That cartoon was not going to get off the ground even for an inch. Do you know about it?
Fuck no, and that's probably the only thing we'll agree with Claymore on. Like, especially some of his criticisms on Mr. Enter. I hate to admit it, even now, seeing the SJW Claymore is, but I do agree with some of his criticisms on Mr. Enter.
Like, you know what it's about, right?
Growing around?
Oh, was it growing down, I think?
Growing around. And it was supposed to be Mr. Enter's, version of a scrapped Disney cartoon called Flip Flop, where the kids are adults and the adults are kids.
Something like that, I feel like, belongs more in a Kids Next Door episode and maybe a special, but as a whole series...
I don't know, man. I think Kids Next Door I think Kids Next Door kind of did it better. Like
they didn't really do that though. I feel like
and the show was just giant satire too, which is Cartoon Network's strong suit. Yeah, I think that is Cartoon Network's strong suit, satire. Like they do it better than Nickelodeon. They do it better than Disney. What were you saying? Sorry.
Well, like I said, I feel like it should have belonged somewhere like an episode of Kids Next Door or like a TV special, because I don't see that being an entire show. I don't care how many or few episodes there would have been. If it was
there was actually, you remember those Tracy Ullman Simpson shorts?
Yeah. No.
There actually was one like that for one of the Simpsons shorts, where Bart and Lisa have to clean up the room, and like how the short starts is like, "Get in there and clean up this mess." And then Lisa's asking, "Do we have to?" Homer's like, "Yep." And Bart asks why, and then Marge says, "Because we're the parents and you're the children." And then Bart decides to tell a story. He says, "I got a plan. You clean up, and I'll tell you a story." Oh, brother. Once upon a time, there was a planet where the parents were the children and the children were the parents. And then that same scene happens again, except Bart and Lisa are fully grown and Marge and Homer are children.
Yeah, I've seen something like that in like the Roly Poly show when I used to watch Disney Disney afternoon shows as a kid.
Yeah, Roly Poly.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Like that. Because the parents wanted to teach the kids a lesson.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see his show going off the ground, because it only works as an episode or a TV special. A very short burst. There was no way a premise like that would make it as an actual full-length 15-episode show. 25 episodes, 15, that's too much. 10, that's stretching it. 5, maybe. 3, yes. If it was like a 3-episode miniseries, then yeah, I could totally believe what he was trying to do. This motherfucker's trying to make a whole ass, like, actual show length with a premise that's balls bonkers. Like, I feel like Sonic Chew should be knocking on my door with how crazy this idea is.
That theme song to this day lives rent-free in my head, man. We had a live stream that one day, Sonic Chew the animated series.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my brother...
Kevin already said no.
I just found out my brother's playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Are you quoting someone, or
no? I literally have a brother, and I found out he's playing Hogwarts Legacy on Steam.
Oh, then your brother's a transphobic bigot. We gotta cancel his ass so we can feel good about ourselves.
Oh no, I'm related to a transphobe. Fucking idiots! You transphobic! Put it in my butt.
That sounds like Silent Rob.
Yes. Fucking yeah, because you know she wasn't transphobic then. Now she's transphobic. All because she doesn't agree with how trannies think transitioning works.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. A guy is a guy, a dude's a dude. There's literally no way for you to change that. I could give a damn if you're able to I could give two shits if you're able to surgically remove a womb and transfer it into a dude. You were born with balls, 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 balls. You'll die with balls, 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 balls. Idiots. And yeah, okay, you know, there's gonna be medical stuff that makes you look more feminine. You know, give you.
I actually played that Joe Biden clip the other week. My girlfriend was laughing when I saw it.
I bet. Like I said, I get there's like medication and like exercises and like stuff like that to make you look more feminine. But there's a reason why you're still not called girls. There's people still call you femboys.
Yeah.
And fuck, I'd rather be with a femboy than a guy pretending to be a girl, because at least femboys still got their dick and they're at least honest about it. They're not like, oh, I'm trying to pretend to be a girl. They're like, oh no, I still have my dick. I just like being girly. So yeah, they're honest about that.
Remember Cosmo, the streamer?
No.
Cosmo was a speedrunner who became trans.
Oh, that guy.
And I remember Silent Rob doing it, talking about it, saying, "Oh," and then I guess he woke up one day and said, "Oh, I don't want my dick anymore. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna be a woman now."
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It was in the punk gets punked stream.
Like, we talked about this a lot, right? Like, our stances on trannies and stuff like that, transsexuals.
Yeah, the Minute World was even there for it with us.
Like, if you're like wanting to look more feminine, good for you. Wanting to look more masculine, good for you. But don't try and literally remove parts of you just because you think you're trapped in a man's body, a woman's body, or you were born the wrong way. That's literally crazy talk.
And it actually does you more pretty good.
Like, if you have to have...
There's a reason why the trans suicide rate is so high.
Yeah, and like, yeah, the joke is really dark, but there's a reason why that exists too. Like, are they wrong? Like, yeah, it's wrong, but are they wrong? Like, is it factually wrong?
Yeah, for thinking that they could cut their dicks for real.
Like, honestly, like, dude. Like, I'm alright with gay guys, I'm alright with gay girls, and I don't mind trannies as long as they do it in a way that's not destroying themselves. And if they know exactly, know what they want. Right? Don't cut anything off. You know, like, go to a certain diet and exercise routine that'll make you more of either.
That's why I wonder, what the hell did Blair White even do then? Because
oh fuck,
Blair
she looks a lot like a woman.
Rational-minded tranny.
Like, when I think of trannies, that's what I think of. Like, someone who looks completely like a woman to the point where it's like, holy shit, really?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I was like, holy fuck, she's hot. And then I was like, oh my god, that was a dude?
Right? And that's when it's like, people went from like, man, that guy was a fucking man boy. Or like a she-boy.
Painkiller even said that, Painkiller actually said at some point, I'd tap Blair White.
Right? It's like,
yeah,
oh man, that's
really
a Sheila. That woman was a Sheila. But then you look at Blair White.
If her vagina actually does not work, you know, she does have, you know, there are tits there.
Nah, I'd rather not though, because I'm the kind of guy that's like, if we're not gonna have kids, we at least should have a discussion about you having them. You know, it's like we should at least have if you're a girl, we should at least have the option of talking about kids, depending how deep we are in the relationship, and depends on what we're talking about. You know, like let's bang, condom, no condom, birth control. I don't want kids yet. Or like, oh, we're this deep into the relationship. Can we have kids? 2 kids. Don't have kids just yet. Dude, let's have kids after this, that. You know, I don't want kids at all. We should at least be open to that discussion. But if it's to the point where it's like, you literally can't have kids because it's fake, then no, fuck that. You're either a fling, or you're a part of the harem. And before you ask how big it would be, 5 total, if they're even into that at all. Oh what? I'm suddenly the bad guy because I fantasize about having a harem of women, like every other guy does.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad guy.
No one knows what it's like to be hated.
Yeah, I know. I remember who sings that too.
I don't.
Everybody hurts. And you won't believe where I first heard that song. Drawn Together. Or actually, wait, no, it was actually the first show I heard that from. Except Captain Hero sings it like,
everybody hurts. Not the weirdest place I've heard that. Honestly.
I love Drawn Together, man. I don't care what anybody says.
I think it fell off. People said it fell off around the 3rd season. I haven't watched it in quite a long time to agree or disagree with that opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Xander, Mr. Hero, Foxy Love.
I guess the concept could have been done better. Like, I saw one comment that I never even thought of. It was like about the show, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. And the comment was, you know what would have actually made Xander funny? If he dressed and acted like he was gay, acted and talked like he was gay, but was actually straight but kept wondering why everyone thought he was gay. I'm like, damn, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but you know that people are gonna bitch about it, like being like, oh, you're tricking gay viewers or whatever the fuck nowadays.
No, well, people weren't easy to offend back then.
Back then, yeah, but like nowadays, that wouldn't fly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that nowadays. You know, maybe have some scenes with, you know, if they went with that idea, they could probably have scenes with like his girlfriend that he's on a never-ending quest to save. Maybe a really funny joke where she's actually fucking Captain Hero.
Would it be funnier if it was like...
Actually, they still could have done that.
You know, they could continue with the joke. Like, okay, yeah, he only looks like he's gay, but he's not. But it could be the same thing with the girl, where it's like, she only looks like she's a lesbian, but she's not. Like, she dresses up all dykish, but it turns out she's just a tomboy. Or something along the lines of, she only dresses that way so she can try and trick the villains, only the fact that they always figure it out. Like, oh, I was looking for the princess. Hey, wait a minute.
I'm cockeyed, the sycophant. I'm cockeyed, the sycophant. When Asa gets meaner, I grab David's wiener.
I
remember posting a crudely drawn photo of Drunken Punk singing, "When Asa gets meaner, I grab David's wiener. I'm cockeyed as a thing, go bad, above."
That's hilarious.
I think I DM'd Silent Rob that, but like years ago, but he had never responded to that image.
He probably either didn't think it was funny, or he just laughed at it and he didn't respond to say it was funny.
He didn't leave a. Well, I mean, Asa didn't either when I DM'd it to him on Facebook. But he still talked to me about other stuff on Facebook, like his friend William A. McDonald, supporting the BLM riots, and Asa pointing out why it was asinine to support riots that make lives harder for black people. And after that, William A. McDonald blocked him everywhere. Yeah, just like Emmer did after Asa said that he didn't like Sonic R.
That was just a personal dispute, though.
Yeah, I mean, at least as far as I heard, though, at least Emmer was willing to talk to. Supposedly, Emmer was willing to talk to Asa before he died, because I remember I was in a voice call. I was like, well, it's a shame that you never could make peace with Emmer before he died. And then Asa said in the very same voice call, now about that, I was actually well on my way to doing that before he died. Because we were in a Skype chat, we were talking, but then unfortunately that didn't happen.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I just watched it. I haven't finished his Cat in the Hat reaction and review, but I started watching it.
Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Just today. It was actually the first R&R of his that I watched. This was when he was still alive too. The Cat in the Hat reaction and review, but I was like. But other than that, I never really went too far into Helsing 920's videos. I mean, I did see his Chris Chan epigram.
Oh, yeah.
Before he died. It was either before he died or after he died. But I also remember Emmer didn't like his epigrams.
I always wondered why, though. Some of them make sense, like his mobile phone rants, because at that point there was MP3s that would have done a better job. There was already iPhones out, or something along the lines of his April Fool's epic rant, where he was ranting about donuts. I think he could have done more, but to be fair, he's been doing a lot of rants when he was in his streams. He ranted about Death Bell. He ranted about certain movie stars. I think he ranted about comic books a few times. Ooh, excuse me. Oh man, I feel so full. I ate a shit ton of baby carrots during the Death Battle reactions. I almost got sick.
You ate a shit ton of what?
Baby carrots. I love baby carrots, man. That's one of the veggies that I'll eat like a snack. That's one of the veggies I'll eat straight up like a snack. I love me some baby carrots, but I ate
they're supposed to be good for you too.
They are, but I ate too many. It was to the point where I almost felt like puking. Like I'm like bleh, bleh. Whew. On the edge. Swear to God.
Flirt with married chicks, they'll think I'm joking. I think I'm smooth and so slick, but I go home and stroke it. You know, there's this website called the shit, I don't have that thing passing by. There's this website called the Electric Ferret. Well, they've changed the name to Magnetic Ferret. It's a place where, you know, that it's sort of like Death Battle, but it predates that. Like, they started it out long time ago. It's a versus battle website. Instead of just a forum, they actually set up this this browser thing, or this like browser this browser app where you get to actually set up a fight, like any kind of competition of who against who. Oh, yeah?
And yeah, it's really fun. And there's actually like voters ballots. And like the people that are the head of the website will rank how good or bad the matchup is. Like, I remember I did a few back then. They were so good that I was actually on the rankings of the top 10 creators. Used to go by Screw Attack Fan back then, when Screw Attack was still a thing. Fuck you, Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, I hated them. Yeah, I hate them even more ever since they fired Vic on baseless accusations.
Oh yeah. They got a good impersonator, but it's really obvious that they ain't Vic.
Yeah.
But anyway, a funny thing about the website, it was closed for a few years because the owner wanted to retire, but it wasn't until like COVID was like getting a strike on people again that he decided to open it back up and give it and let someone else be the owner. So now it's open again. People are trying to add in as many characters as they can to use in these versus battles, considering, you know, it's been closed for a few years. I ended up making a match of Gambit versus the Afro Samurai. People voted for the Afro Samurai more than Gambit, which is a surprise.
Yes.
Thinking of doing more again like I did years ago, but so much stuff happened in my life, I don't know when I'll be able to do that again. Like, when I say like make like a match setup, I mean like you have to like create how and why the guys are fighting or having this competition. Like it can't just be like, oh, I pick Batman and I pick Sailor Moon, they fight, they're in the laundromat. Who wins? Like, yeah, like what you do is like you actually create like a setup, write down how they meet, why they meet, you know, why they're doing this, you know, what's going on, motive, stuff like that. And that was like one of the top writers. But like I said,
you were one of the top writers?
Yeah, I was one of the top writers. I was like ranked one of the best, but because of shit going on, and stuff that needs my attention, I've only written like one the entire time they were open. Like they opened the website back up. I really want to get back into it, man, because I really love writing those setups and thinking about who should I fight against who, or who should meet who. Like straight up, I was like the last one to make a match before the website closed down, and that got me like the top ranking. Like, it sounds like I'm bragging. I'm really not. It's just, like, I really enjoy that website. I'm really sad that it doesn't get as much attention. Because Versus forums are, like, a dead thing nowadays. And the thing is, Versus forums, they're not bad idea. It's just that a lot of them lack something. This place doesn't. Like, it'll, like... You can set... There have been tournaments where it's like, if you write the best matchup, you get like a gift card, like an Amazon gift card of $25, $50, that kind of thing. There have been like tournaments where it's like you pick a certain amount of characters for this certain role, and for fun they'll have a tournament on who will win in a certain scenario. Like hostage negotiation. I picked Horatio Kane. Someone picked Inspector Gadget. I kept on arguing that Horatio Kane, because of his cool demeanor and police training, that he'll have the hostage negotiation solved in no time. While a guy said that Inspector Gadget would be able to solve it unintentionally and like take the hostages down, because not only because of his gadgets, but because of his tomfoolery and him being a machine. It's fun arguing with you. It's fun like having like a conversation and debate with these people about these kind of things. Especially when there's like a tournament for fun on the line. The problem is I don't know how to advertise this. People, every time I try talking to people about it, they're like, "Oh, so it's like Death Battle. So it's Death Battle. It's like Death Battle." I'm like, no.
It's just like Duel Monsters.
Yeah, it's like that kind of thing. It's sort of like that. I keep trying to explain. It was like, oh, it's not exactly like Death Battle. This happens, that happens. Like, oh, it's like Death Battle. I'm like, no, it's not like Death Battle, man. In Death Battle, the difference is, though, like in Death Battle, they actually find out if, from all the source material they gather, if this is the definitive answer. While in the Electric Ferret, now being called the Magnetic Ferret, they try to win. They try to see who wins by votes. Like how many people think this guy would win or that guy would win, that kind of thing. And while it's not the most ethical way of finding out who would win, it's the most fun because at least you get to debate why you think a certain guy would win.
Bring that up to Kevin Palace one of these days. I wonder if Mr. DJ can get the chat or anything.
The head of the Electric Ferret now, or now known as the Magnetic Ferret. I only call it Electric Ferret out of habit. The head of the new owner of the website, he tried to bring attention to it through streams, but nobody was really biting. So I think now he's slowed down because he's waiting until he gets a bigger audience that will actually stay and watch the streams.
Oh shit. I still can't believe it. Well, I mean, yes, I can. I guess I can. And then when you gave him a response back, he backed away. What happened? Balls drop off.
Right. Hey, why don't you cure your porn addiction? Why don't you touch a titty, bro?
Yeah, I mean, you're not A-Log. You're not A-Log, dude. Like, that's... He goes after, like I said, he goes after what he thinks are easy targets. He claims to have a girlfriend, but I think that's bullshit.
Girlfriend, my ass.
Yeah, he claimed to have a girlfriend, saying that he took his girlfriend on a trip when he was having this when he was having this war with what's his name, Ben the Looney.
God,
Because Ben the Looney made a in one of Ben the Looney's videos, he said, Ben, no, I know what you're thinking. Ben, aren't these books for kids? Well, I have a suggestion for you, Mr. Claymore. How about you get off the internet and do some charity work when it's none of your damn business?
He's the kind of guy who would go into a Halloween party and ask the father of a few children, why the fuck are you dressed as like a clown?
Ben the Looney's a dumbass, though. So it was really
He's still a dumbass, yeah, but at least he called him out.
It was really just two dumbasses fighting each other.
You remember that meme? You know that meme, two retards fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
You might remember Asa actually did a review on RAR on Ben the Looney.
Ben the Looney? Not really. I don't remember that.
Yeah, Asa actually did an RAR on Ben the Looney.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, this was, I think this was like back in either 2015 or 2014. But yeah, Claymore in his text, like, this video Claymore made on Ben the Looney in 2015 as a video in a response to Ben the Looney's response to Claymore. He asked, "Well, hello there, Benny. My, it's been a while, hasn't it? How's your art class going? My guess is not based on how you're still drawing laughably bad cartoon porn. I'm guessing it's not going so well."
Is he still drawing? Because last time I checked, he drew badly.
Ben the Looney?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. I know one video, like, of his McDonald's, of his McDonald's thing. He was doing this retarded thing. He was doing this retarded shit that nerds do in their videos where, oh, I want to shout quietly so that my parents don't hear, because he was recounting one of his experiences in fast food.
Oh, so like the pretend screaming, like, ah, that kind?
It's like, I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
Like, that kind of shit? Yeah, okay. That.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. And I cringed so hard at that. I was like, damn.
That's a big cringe move if someone does a pretend scream like that.
100%, dude.
Never understood that. Like, I get it if you were like pretending or something, but like, and you're in your own house, bro. You're a grown-ass man. Just shout.
He lives with his parents.
Okay, you're still a grown-ass man. Still, you should be able to shout if you want.
But anyways, this is what Clay Claymore said. Let me tell you what I've been doing. Like, this is what he said back in 2015. Let me tell you what I've been doing. I've been kicking ass as an insurance agent, taking my girlfriend on a trip to Hawaii, and buying a house. You've been drawing laughably bad cartoon porn. That's what Claymore said.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Mr. Enter actually called bullshit on Claymore's claim to have a girlfriend. He said if he really... Because Mr. Enter said if he really had a girlfriend, his girlfriend probably wouldn't even like what he's doing online.
Yeah. Very true.
You know...
If anything, if he had a girlfriend, he would at least have mentioned it way before, too. Like, holy damn, dude, there's no... Like, all this time, you're saying, now you got a girlfriend.
Well, he said that during his, like, first year on YouTube, but I'm still calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it since, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, granted, you could make the argument that they broke up, but why did they break up?
Sure, but why would he just bring her up now? You know, it's like to prove a point. It's like, I don't know, keeping the girlfriend like that secret all this time.
And he says we're the one, and he says everybody else is the ones with learning. Yeah, okay, buddy. I actually remember somebody else saying, man, what happened to Clay Claymore? He used to be awesome.
Did he?
This was like over a year ago. Somebody said that because KickVic posting their L's online posted one of Claymore's tweets. Somebody said, man, what happened to Clay Claymore? He used to be awesome. And then Clay Claymore responds, still am, nigga!
You were never cool, bro.
Yeah.
You're like that one uncle who keeps bringing over pogs, trying to convince everyone else that they're cool. In 2005. You're the kind of guy who convinces everyone that guacamole is the best thing to put in a sandwich at Subway.
Subway, eat bread.
Fuck off, man. Avocado with that? No. Up your ass with your avocado. Never understood that as a sandwich thing. Like, fuck off with your avocado toast.
There, I got you some goddamn avocados. Now leave me alone. Avocado! The Sonic for Hire joke.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mrs. Asa is a big fan of Sonic for Hire. She said she's seen it so many times that she can just quote it like no problem.
Yeah, it is a good show.
Yeah, you know, back when College Humor
Actually had humor.
Guys from College Humor made it. Back before College Humor turned into SJWs.
College Humor. Yeah, where's the humor? Where's the college humor, like your fucking channel is named?
Yeah, you know, I was really into college humor back in, what year was it? I first discovered college humor during my senior year in high school. Like, back when they did, like, the Transformer parody, where they were talking about their new movie, and Megatron was like, "Did you see our movie? How fucking cool were we?"
This is why
I
people
saw the
are...
one with cereal mascots going to rehab. Let's see.
That was actually when College Humor had an animation channel.
Yeah, and I saw the one where Luigi just finally... I saw Luigi finally snaps. I'm sure you remember that one.
Yeah, it wasn't really much of him snapping, if anything. The one where he talks about him getting, like, wanting his own games and stuff like that.
What about Luigi's Haunted Mansion? Or are you still too scared?
It was a GameCube. Even Luigi didn't like it. What the fuck's that supposed to mean, bro?
All of those games were terrible.
Yeah, that part I didn't really understand. I didn't really like that one, considering there's shit talking the GameCube saying all the games are terrible. Even as a joke, I don't get it.
Come on, man. Pokemon Coliseum was great.
Yeah, Melee, Sunshine, fuck all you. Sunshine was good. Pokemon Coliseum. Not GoldenEye. That was a mediocre. Beautiful Joe.
Last time I played Sunshine was on my Nintendo Switch from Super Mario 3D All-Stars. The reason I had that game was because a friend got it for me for my birthday.
Game like that, you really need an analog. Ooh, excuse me.
Excuse. Yeah.
I'm sure you remember that one. Excuse me!
Yeah, the only thing that people talk about that it's been left behind by Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Mrs. Eddie Guerrero. I wonder if she still would have been like that if Eddie Guerrero was still alive.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know, considering she stopped with wrestling stuff.
Yeah, she retired. Like, she didn't even appear in Lucha Underground.
No Lucha Underground, no AEW.
Her daughter did. Vicky Guerrero's daughter appeared in Lucha Underground, though.
Kinda odd.
Yeah, for Ultima Lucha Quattro. Her and Eddie Guerrero's daughter mentions, she says, "My mother, Vicky." I forget Eddie Guerrero's daughter's name, though.
Just like how everyone forgot about about Eddie Guerrero's illegitimate son. I'm your puppy! Oof.
I would have liked to see a feud between him and Dolph Ziggler. What, you don't like Dolph Ziggler?
I like Dolph Ziggler, I just don't see that feud making any sense or working. Like, what does Dolph Ziggler do? Or have done? Like, okay, I can think of them trying to make a rivalry or something, but what would he even be? He's like, Ziggler stole his car? Again? Okay. Does he have another illegitimate son? Is Ziggler a racist against, Hispanics and Latinos? Like, what would he even do?
Hispanics and Latinos.
I mean, they've done the racist angle so many times. So many of those moments didn't work. Like, I don't What would that? How would they even work? Ziggler versus Eddie. I could maybe as a regular match, sure, but as a feud, I don't know, man.
Alright, after I'm done retiming the priest, I am never leveling the priest. I'm probably never leveling the priest again. Playing the priest at max level, they're actually an all-right class. Especially in PvP, if you're playing a shadow priest, they never die.
Aren't those the kind of guys who like resurrect the dead and shit?
No, those are necromancers, and necromancer isn't even a class in WoW, even though it should be.
How is that not a class? That sounds awesome.
Necromancer actually was a planned class for WoW at launch.
Pussies!
But, yeah, Death Knights were a planned class at launch as well. Death Knights, Demon Hunters, and Necromancers were a planned class. No, I don't think it was Demon Hunter. I think it was Death Knights, Monks, and Necromancers were planned classes at first, at launch. But we would not get the Death Knight until 4 years later. And we would not get the Monk until, like, 8 years later. And to date, we still don't have the Necromancer class. The only extra classes that got added to the WoW game were Death Knights, Demon Hunters, Monks, and Evokers.
Huh.
The Evoker class got added months ago with the release of the Dragonflight expansion, and only one race could play them.
Odd.
And that's the Dragon race. And I probably should be playing Dragonflight because dragons are one of my favorite because the dragon is a very cool mythical creature to me. But I'd have to buy the expansion. I'd have to give Blizzard $40 or $50. I'd have to give them like $15 a month, and I'm not gonna. When I can just play an emulator server for free. Even though I'm pretty sure there are already Dragonflight servers, private servers. I mean, if there are, maybe I'll play those. But I'm sticking with Legacy expansion, like older expansions, because they have less bugs overall.
Funny thing, I actually found the 3 physical World of Warcraft expansions from back in the day when I went dumpster diving.
Really?
Yep, the box and everything. I have yet to check the inside of it because I was afraid that I might break something. You know what? Let me get this star and I'll see if there's anything inside, actually.
I tried playing Super Mario Galaxy on the Switch in handheld mode, but the controls for handheld mode are not good.
And games like that, you need their original hardware for it to feel better.
Yeah.
It's not like it's an FPS where they could easily fix it and make it play like Halo or something like that.
Halo, Halo, Halo.
Alright, now let me get the physical pack. Let me see here. Oh, save it.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that. Just in case there's like a power outage or something.
Oh yeah.
I didn't save my Ocarina of Time game. I had to do the Gerudo Fortress segment all over again. Because the power went out at my house back when I was like 12, I think. I was playing the GameCube version.
I'll be back. Let me get it.
Alright. Take your time. I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time.
Okay,
Don't
so
make me want that butt, Chris.
got it here. So it's not the 3 expansions like I remember. I guess I just. So what it is exactly? I got the Lich King expansion and I got the regular game. I just don't have the other one, the 3rd expansion in the box.
Crusade.
Yeah, here I have World of Warcraft. Your epic quest begins here. I found this dumpster diving, and it's still got some tape on it, but it looks in pretty good condition considering. I found this in the fucking dumpster a long time ago. Let's see here. I never got a chance to open this and check everything out. Let's see. Oh wow, this does have the 3 expansions.
There are only 4 classes I will play besides the hero classes. The 2 hero classes being Demon Hunter and Death Knight.
I got the...
Like the 4 original classes that I will play. Like no matter what expansion there are, like I'll play at least one or 2 of the 4 classes. Mage, Paladin, Druid, and Shaman.
I got disc 1, disc 2. Okay, I got the startup, not the expansions. I got a quick start
back
guide.
when the game first started, you couldn't play Paladin if you were Horde. But you couldn't play as a Shaman if you were Alliance, and that changed in 2007.
I got, what is this? I got a guest pass key for StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, and World of Warcraft. Invite a friend to play with this free guest pass key. I don't even know what these are for. What do they do exactly?
I don't even think those keys are valid anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But these look pretty good. It's not like the passes nowadays where it's digital. Stuff like this.
What do you mean dumpster diving? What were you doing dumpster diving anyway?
Back then, when I used to work at not Half Price Books, Spaghetti Factory, there was always this dumpster area that had 2 garbage bins and 1 recycling bin exclusively for Half Price Books. So what I did was every time I got the chance, whether it be when I had to throw the leftover pasta out, just regular garbage, or if I'm off work, I go to the dumpster area and look in the recycling bin, because what it is that Half Price Books, they throw away a shit ton of product in the recycling bins, and it's criminal. Like, what they do is, the only reason why they throw anything in there is if the product is ruined. Like, like ripped up pages, like a torn bind, that kind of thing. Or it's to save up room in the back. Which is what I'm most pissed at, because when they throw books away, a lot of times they'll rip up the spine on purpose so people won't collect them. Which I never understood, because you're already throwing them in the recycling to begin with. And they throw away a shit ton of comic books and magazines. And why I say that specifically is because I found some Dreamcast magazines, a lot of comic books from Valiant, Wildstorm, Cross Gen. And I also found some Prima strategy guides. For free. A lot of these, they were throwing away perfectly good product that they could still be selling. They don't even bother, like, trying to sell these online. They don't even have an online store. They will outright toss them just so they can make room. With that much...
I actually have a Pokemon Stadium strategy guide from back in the day. I think it was actually... It wasn't a Prima strategy guide. It was a Nintendo Power book.
I think I was able to save a couple of movies and a game or two back
I have
there,
it
too.
somewhere in one of my boxes. I'll have to look.
Like, dude, I was able to get a Wii balance board from back there. It works. Like a full legitimate Wii balance board. It was able to work. I was able to get it working. And they just decided to throw this out. That's why I was hoping to like get hired at Half Price Books after I quit Spaghetti Factory, but for some odd reason they just never took me in, no matter how many times I applied. I remember
jobs are very good at not doing that, and then they want to bitch that nobody wants to work anymore. Well, you're not hiring anybody, motherfucker.
This was a place where it was free of Karens, free of bitchy bosses, free of any other problem that would later come across when working at a gas station. They wouldn't hire me. I'm like, and I'm thinking like, oh wait, their employees would sometimes catch me in the back digging for stuff. Sometimes they will let me be. Sometimes they would just tell me, hey, you can't come back here. Fuck you, you're throwing away shit. I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this because they found me dumpster diving in the back over there? Bro, I'm literally grabbing shit you threw away and you're like not hiring me because of that? That's what I thought anyway. And I still think that way because that's why I thought they wouldn't hire me, because they found me dumpster diving and getting so I could get free product. Now, because I'm living out here in North Highlands instead of say Pittsburgh, Bay Point, I can try and apply there again with a clean slate. But I'm not sure anymore. They don't know my name or anything like that, Like, oh, keep an eye on this guy. But like, every time I've tried applying, even before, I never got a single interview in. So right now, currently I'm gonna see. I've been trying other places that I know I'd enjoy without much problem. So what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna see if I can apply there and call in the morning, which I've been doing. So
coming home at 5 in the morning.
So hopefully I can get an interview then and work there and not have to worry about comic books, movies, and all this other junk being thrown away. Because, you know, it's not like people are looking for this shit. Like, dude, I've seen Nintendo Power magazines ripped in half, thrown in the recycling bin. Nintendo Power, bro. Not even gossip columns. So that's why when I moved here, I was like, I gotta play at one of these places. Pizza place, Half Price Books, gym, or a local comic book store. But since none of the comic book stores are really doing that well, I decided, you know what, fuck that. Because none of the ones near me ever responded to me asking if I could get hired here. Like, legit, I gave them my resume, and they never called me back. None. And I've wanted
I've
wanted to work at a comic book store because of my dad. Me and him were like tight when it came to comic books. Opinions differed, but we still loved comic books. And I was hoping I could work in one, and my dad could pick me up. I could probably get him a discount. We could probably talk about what's going on in comics after he's done off work. But now that he's not in this world anymore, now I feel a little empty. It's like, okay, I can work here, but what then? You know, it's like my mom is like, yeah, she likes comics too, but she never really read them as much as, say, my dad. My dad will like find like a shit ton of Ultimate Spider-Man to read. My mom will pick up the latest Ranma 1/2. Dad will find a shit ton of Constantine. My mom will go for the Sailor Moon Crystal manga. Can't really talk to her much about comic books as much as I did my dad. Or Death Battle, or movies, or certain celebrities, because he was usually the one who'd catch this kind of info before I could. And it's not like I don't get along with my mom, we still do, it's just that...
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't still be living at the house.
Yeah, and I wouldn't, you know, deal with anything that she does either, because, you know, it's not like some of what she does is a big deal anyway. Like, it's not like she's throwing shit through the wall or anything like that, so, you know, I can deal with living with her for a bit, but when it comes to my dad, it's like, I tell you right now, if he found out about Cocaine Bear, the moment that movie comes out, he will get tickets and take us all there. But my mom, on the other hand, she would rather wait for the weekend, wait for a certain discount, and then probably plan for us to go at a certain time. That's not a bad thing, it's just that's how she is, instead of my dad, where it's like, oh shit, let's go see Cocaine Bear, it's out now. No, he would have laughed at that movie, especially knowing that that's Ray Liotta's last role. He would give off this laugh like,
oh shit, Ray Liotta was in it?
Ray Liotta's last role is Cocaine Bear.
Well, when the fuck did Ray Liotta die?
Somewhere around like last year. No, it was around last year, yeah.
No, he actually died. Yeah, he died like 9 months ago.
Yeah, like last year, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was 9 months ago. Fuck. Cocaine Bear, yep.
Man, he was fucking old in that movie, man. It showed.
Film directed and co-produced by Elizabeth Banks. That's a shocker, because didn't she make that woke-ass Charlie's Angels movie?
Oh, fuck that movie.
And then she blamed
Men
for bad reviews.
Like, okay, I can admit that the other Charlie's Angels movies weren't exactly masterpieces, but the difference was they were clearly having fun with that movie. That one looked like it was just an agenda. Not agenda-driven, just an entire agenda for 2 hours. And give me a break with these screenshots. They're doing, like, generic-ass Street Fighter Ryu poses when they're looking at their enemies fighting. The Charlie's Angels that had not Kirsten Dunst, Halle Berry and everything like that, at least they were creative in trying to do all these other, like, fucking, fighting stances. Like Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Karate, they had fun with it. This, on the other hand, it feels like it looks like a parody. Good thing I never saw that movie. Like, dude, I wanted a Charlie's Angels reboot. That doesn't mean you gotta That doesn't mean you gotta, like, make yet another fucking agenda-driven agenda. I know what I said.
Yeah, but you're an incel, according to...
So is Asa too, according to some people, which I still don't understand.
Yeah, I even joined in and said, you know he's married, right?
Yeah.
And then you joined in and said that and provided reaction.
It's like, oh, you can still be an incel and not have sex when you're married. It's like,
God damn it.
It's like, no, that doesn't work that way. You're a dumbass.
Okay, well, if Asa was an incel, would he really be married right now? Because
Would he
his
even have
wife
kids?
I mean, his wife is actually somewhat of a leftist too. Like,
She likes Lily Pete.
oh yeah. What did you say?
She likes Lily Pete.
Yeah, she was actually friends with Lily Pete. I don't know if they were still friends. Dude, I remember you were going over the "you're a huge turd" things, and Asa was like, so everyone is a huge turd except for her. And then when we talked about how pedophilic she was, Asa was saying, "Sweetie, your friend is really fucked up."
It's not that she was pedophilic, it's just that...
Asa was like, oh, what was I gonna say? Was all like upset. She was saying, now I'm gonna have to stop following this person, just like I had to stop following this person and Pro Jared. And then Asa was like, yeah, but sweetie, the Pro Jared shit got debunked.
Yeah, it did.
I think I jokingly said, oh shit, well Asa's gotta sleep on the couch tonight.
Oof. It did get debunked, though, the Pro Jared situation.
Yeah, I think Dank Girl was in the call, too.
Was he?
Before Dank Girl, for some reason, turned to a smoke. Dank Girl was cool in the beginning. I mean, in the beginning of joining the server. You know?
Yeah. Doesn't look like it anymore, though.
Well, you even took her side over Minute World, for fuck's sake.
For a moment.
Yeah, and then after she left the Discord server over tranny jokes, you took Minute World's side again.
Because he kept on thinking that, you know, he was still the same drunken punk and it was a snowflake, yada yada. I'm like, nah, he's not like that. It wasn't until she left that I realized, oh yeah, he didn't change one bit. And yeah, Minute World was right.
I wouldn't say that he hasn't changed one bit. He doesn't make fun
Looks
of
don't
disabled
count.
little girls.
Putting on a wig and makeup don't count.
Like he hasn't made fun of this. He's backed off of making fun of disabled people.
But he is keen on falsely accusing people of transphobia.
Yeah, that's well. Anyways, what was I? Oh yeah. There was also that. Going back to Mrs. Asa for a moment, there was actually that one stream. In that one stream, somebody was commenting about how Mrs. Asa is a woke-tard, and Mrs. Asa's response was hilarious too. She was like, "Excuse me," and Asa was like, "Yeah, at times my wife can be woke-tard."
Yeah.
Well, this is literally what Asa said. Yeah, at times there definitely can be times where my wife is a woke-tard. And then he was like, well, sweetie, you were in favor of the whole Kaepernick thing. And then she was like, yeah, but you know what? I'd rather people take a knee than, you know, go on riots and burn buildings and make things harder for black people. And then
The same people who did that knee shit also did riots.
Said, yeah, and then Asa said, yeah, it's true. He did denounce the riots. And yeah, Mrs. Asa did indeed denounce the riots.
Yeah, but the same people who did that knee shit were the same people who did the riots.
Yeah. But at the same time, Asa's also right. Colin Kaepernick is a sellout.
Yeah.
And he threw his white adoptive parents under the bus.
Wow, that I didn't know about.
You know, because he was saying fuck white people, he was talking about how evil white people were. And I'm like, motherfucker, your parents are white and they raised you. Yeah,
oh, they didn't raise me as good as they should. They didn't raise me as good as I should. I asked for shoes. They gave him sandals.
God damn it.
I don't know. I feel like he would do that.
At the same time, though, people burning Nike products that they already paid for in protest against Kaepernick.
Yeah, good job. You're giving them more money.
Huh?
They're giving Nike more money than they thought they were going to.
Yeah, I mean, burning a Nike product just because Colin Kaepernick is all of a sudden a spokesperson. Yeah, I think Kaepernick is a fucking sellout fraud, but at the same time, that's like me having a stack of DVDs of a Funimation dubbed anime, and then after hearing that they fired Vic Mignogna over baseless accusations, I set the DVDs on fire that I already paid for. You know, that's...
Yeah. Equally as retarded.
Fuck no. Shit. Fuck, it's pushing 2 a.m., but... let's see. Price for Bullish Break, 219. Oh yeah, crypto crashed again.
Another one?
Yeah, crypto crashed majorly, yesterday.
Huh.
Boy, did it ever. But it's alright. I don't care because I'm actually not holding it. Man, it's pushing it. Okay, so right now it is pushing 2 a.m. I'm also getting tired of talking. I should really be going to sleep.
No problem, man. I'm probably gonna turn into soon.
Yeah. Till next time, dear viewer. See ya.
See ya, man. Yeah, they're gonna end it here. It's right, like you said, it's 11. Like you said, it's 2 over there. It's 11 over here. It's almost 12. Getting the stream here, and because I'm sick of that fucking notification telling me I'm losing frames when I shouldn't be in the first place. So with that, guys, I will see you guys next time. Take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace.